Hey, this is Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and this week Triumph announced a global live launch event later this month. This time for the Bonneville family. I don't think I've talked about Triumph on this channel before, so now is as good a time as any, I guess, to come clean. Yep, I have a secret crush on a Triumph. Well, we'll talk about which one in just a minute, but it may shock you. First, here's that short teaser announcement video from Triumph. I'm not familiar enough with the Bonnie family to spot if there are any clues or hints in this video to tell us what might be coming for upgrades or changes. But if you are, then make sure you leave me a comment down below and let me know if you spot anything. So, did you catch the date? Yeah, the date after the Pan America launch. So Indian announced a new FTR a few weeks ago, and then they announced some new 2022 Chief models just a couple weeks later. Both those happened between the Harley-Davidson launch event for 2021 models and the Pan America launch event. Do you think that other companies like Indian and Triumph announcing bikes at the same time are just trying to steal thunder away from Harley-Davidson? Or do you think all this just creates more buzz and it's a snowball effect and generates more attention for all the companies? So truth be told, I'm not very familiar with Triumph. I mean, I know the name and the basic history of the brand, that kind of stuff, but I don't know the models, and I probably couldn't guess the right model name for one of their bikes if you showed it to me on a flashcard. Now, there is an exception to that, the Rocket 3. Yeah, I watch old Shade Tree Surgeon on YouTube, and I see his Rocket 3 on there enough that I think I could recognize that bike. And it's pretty unique. So if you showed me a Bonneville, I would probably know it's a Bonneville model, but I wouldn't necessarily know which one. Now, when it comes to Harley-Davidson, I'm a lot more familiar with those models, and I can generally tell you what each one of those is at a glance. So do you want to know which Triumph I have a secret crush on? Which one am I jonesing for? Well, you may be surprised to find out it's the new Triumph Trident. Yeah, I know. That seems like an odd love affair for a guy who's into Harleys. But don't forget, I also own a DR650. I recently sold a Honda Rebel just last year. I love motorcycles, and when I wanted a bike for touring, I chose the Street Glide Specialist. It's more than capable for touring, and it's great for day trips riding two up. When I decided I wanted to ride a dirt bike again, I found a dual sport that fits the job. I have about a 10 to 12 mile commute to work one way. I can easily turn that into a 30-minute to an hour ride. I do take the Street Glide now because it's my only street bike, but it's more bike than I need for commuting. And when I bought it, I had a much longer commute and wanted a bike that I could tour on. Now, I feel like the next bike I get can be something smaller, lighter. It's okay if it's meant for solo riding and it's not meant for long trips. I have the Street Glide for those. I was kind of interested in the Harley-Davidson Bronx for a naked or Street Fighter style bike, but when it was canceled, I found myself looking for something else. I watched the Trident launch video and then some reviews afterwards, and these two clips are what still stand out in my mind. Here's the first clip.
Right, to finish off, let's have a word with Paul Stroud, Triumph's Chief Commercial Officer, about the all-important news, when you can get one and how much it will cost.
Thank you, Jamie. When it came to building the Trident, we were looking to create a highly competitive and highly attractive entry point into Triumph's award-winning Roadster range, and also deliver real value to a new generation of Triumph riders. To achieve this, for me, comes down to three critical things. First, the Trident has to be really competitively priced, and I'm pleased to confirm that the new Trident will be £7,195, which I think you'll agree is a really great price. Secondly, making that price even more compelling is that you get all of that class-leading specification and technology that Stuart mentioned earlier, fitted as standard, which makes the Trident even better value against its competitors. And then finally, the Trident will come with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty, class-leading 10,000 miles or 16,000 kilometer service intervals, and it also has the lowest service workshop time in the category, which combined gives you an unbeatable overall low cost of ownership.
I thought the price was competitive. It may be more expensive than some of the other bikes in their class, but I think it's a better bike. And you get 2 years of unlimited mile warranty, so I can ride the shit out of it for 2 years. I always try to get the bike serviced at the dealer when it's under warranty. And the nearest Triumph dealer to me is over 100 miles away, so that means I'm going to have to make sure I can get it serviced on the weekends. And as long as I can work that out with the dealer, that'll probably be okay. So here's the second clip that stands out in my memory when I think about this bike. This came from a ride review.
I'm trying really hard to find something that I don't like about this bike, and I'm struggling at the moment. So we may as well do what we like. What do I like about this bike? I love the fact that you can just get on it and you can wring its neck and have a lot of fun with it, and you're never really breaking the speed limit. And it always feels that it's within itself, and the suspension is perfectly tuned. A lot of Japanese bikes, you'll ride them and they will feel soft and wallowy. The MT-07 is a prime example. The previous generation, not ridden the new one yet because it's not out yet. But yeah, it can be a little bit soft, a little bit bouncy. This is perfectly damped and very, very compliant, very comfortable, and that just makes it an all-round experience. The engine as well is a peach. It's a Triumph Triple. We all know what that means. It means you've got bags of torque wherever you need it, and it makes a fantastic noise.
Now my only concern really would be if this bike is powerful enough for me. It is a 660. I'm used to a lot bigger bike than that. I mean, I'm not looking to go out and run 100 miles an hour through the twisties, but I do want to feel like I'm not killing it trying to do 80 on the interstate either. So I really want to go out and ride one of these and see how it feels. This bike has really sparked my interest at $8,000, and I like the styling a lot better than that of the Street Triple. If it does what I want, then this seems like it could be a winner. The other bike I'm interested in is the 2022 model FTR 1200. But then we're jumping up to a lot more money. And for a third bike, I don't know that I can justify that much. I did have an old friend from high school reach out to me after seeing the recent FTR video I did, and he offered to let me test ride his bike in a way that a dealer might not. So we're going to try and work that out sometime this summer and see if I can go do a ride on his FTR. Thanks, Scott. Okay, so now you know I have a crush on another brand. Do you guys have any suggestions for other bikes I should check out that are similar to the Triumph Trident 660? I don't want something with too much plastic like the Street Triple or those. I just don't like the looks of those as well. If you know something, make sure you leave me a comment down below and give me a recommendation. I do plan to ride both these bikes as a demo this year, but that doesn't even mean I'll buy one this year. I would prefer to buy something used, but if the deal was right, I might be able to work something out. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you do that YouTube thing, check out the content on my channel, and if you dig it, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, ring that bell to be notified the next time I drop a new video, and as always, thank you for your support, stay safe, and keep on riding.